Peace, everybody. Making this story today about this article I read on ABC News about the U.S. removal of panels honoring black soldiers at World War II cemetery. It draws backlash. Earlier in 2025, Trump signed an executive order removing DEI. So the person in charge of the World War II monuments and cemeteries decided that in the Netherlands, in Margraten, Netherlands, it has a cemetery honoring the black soldiers who helped liberate Europe from the Nazis. Visitors filled the guest book with objections because the Netherlands do not want the United States to remove this monument, this plaque honoring the black soldiers. And the United States government replaced the plaque honoring black soldiers with one honoring white soldiers. And yet the one honoring black soldiers is allegedly DEI, even though World War II happened before the Civil Rights Act, before DEI, before affirmative action even was a thought. It was during Jim Crow segregation. And one of the reasons the United States said they want to remove the plaque honoring black soldiers is because it mentioned the fact that the black soldiers, even though they fought in World War II to liberate Europe, we were suffering racism and discrimination inside our own country. And they say because the Netherlands mentioned that, it should be removed. And part of this article mentioned something I thought was interesting. And this is the real reason I'm making this video. There are descendants of the soldiers who fought in World War II, the black soldiers, the black American soldiers. They had children with the women in the Netherlands, the Dutch women. And these children, many of these children go to visit their fathers at these cemeteries. And it occurred to me, there's a vast amount of descendants of the black American people all over the world that we don't talk about, we don't even acknowledge, or we don't tabulate the numbers. Many of whom are descended from soldiers that fought in these wars. For instance, in World War I, Germany enlisted Liberian soldiers to help fight for Germany in World War I. And many of these soldiers had children in Germany. And Hitler said they was called the Reinhardt bastards. They wanted to sterilize these children. By the time World War II happened, the children was about the time they was going to hit puberty. But the reason I'm mentioning that is Liberia was a colony established in the 1820s by the American colonizing society to send black Americans to Africa. So this country has descendants of the black people from America, the whole entire country. And we never really talk about, or we never really do a census to calculate or identify where these people are, their migration patterns, where did these people go? Because this is they share our same DNA markers, the same DNA markers that caused the black Americans to evolve beyond the rest of humanity during slavery. Every human being doesn't have these same markers because the only way to get a DNA marker is to go through an experience. You cannot cheat your way to accomplish a DNA marker. So what happened is we have people in Liberia who are descended from the black Americans, and many of those people could have migrated all over the world or different parts of Africa. We also have the soldiers that fought in World War I and World War II that has children in Germany, Britain, France, in Japan, in the Korean War, the Vietnam War, even the War 1812. In the War 1812, when the British supported the Potawatomi, the Algonquin, many of the black people was freed from plantations. And the British sent many of the black American people. At the time, they didn't call us American. I guess they did call us American, and we was the original Americans. but they sent many of the people that they liberated to British colonies in, I think, Canada, Trinidad, I think back to the United Kingdom, and I think they sent many people to Sierra Leone eventually. So we have people in Sierra Leone, people in Britain and Trinidad who are descended from Black American people. But those numbers are not really calculated in our numbers in America. People from Vietnam, Korea, the Philippines, Japan. For instance, Miss Japan of 2015 was half Japanese. Miss Universe in Japan, she was half Black American and half Japanese, but in her case, she was able to live in both countries, in California and Japan. You see what I'm saying? But we have people all over the United States and all over, not just the United States, we have people all over the world who have a direct genetic connection to Black America that has nothing to do with Africa. And I think this needs to be discussed, and these people need to be identified and invited. And I think the reason they put this in this article, how the descendants of the children of the World War II veteran soldiers who died in the Netherlands, I think the reason they put that in there is to give a signal. It's like an invitation signal. And I think people need to look more into this and figure out where all of these people are who was descended from these soldiers. Because many of these soldiers who fought in World War II never had families in America. So they probably don't have any children here, but they have families or children in other countries that they fought in, or they were stationed in. And these children had grew up, and they had families and children. And these people are not really recognized as being a diaspora, a Black American diaspora. And I think those numbers, if we connect those numbers and get those numbers, I think the Black American population will grow in number by a magnitude of maybe 1/2 to 100%, 50% to 100%. If you look at all of the descendants all over the world who was directly connected to the Black Americans, especially in Russia during the Harlem Renaissance, many of the poets and jazz singers, musicians went to the USSR and intermingled. We don't really know the results of that intermingling, if there were children born of that circumstance. So the purpose I'm making this video is to talk about how the Trump administration removed the monuments and plaques in a World War II cemetery in Grachten, Netherlands, who honor Black soldiers. And this article revealed that these Black soldiers have children who are still living in the Netherlands, who object, not even just the children, the entire Netherlands government objects to the United States removing this plaque honoring Black soldiers, and they want this monument restored. But what this also did was it brought it into the attention of the Black American psyche that there are descendants of the soldiers who live in the Netherlands, and there is a direct connection to that country and probably many other countries that needs recognition. And that's about it.